and strength would just be a muscle-eating disease?
Yeah, more or less.
What were we actually talking about? Oh yeah, the rune roll.
It's 13.
What do you mean it's 13?
Because I gave Yella a +3 to her roll.
Yeah.
What was the DC before?
We don't remember.
I think because it was like basic, like runes 10101, it was just like like a flat 10.
Okay, that's fair. So
But if they ever get harder, for me learning harder stuff, I guess we could make it harder. I don't know. I'm not the DM. It's not my job to figure that out.
Right.
you're right, it's not.
Unless.
You're the co-DM. It's only your job to figure it out if I ask you to.
And you didn't ask, so I'm not doing it.
Exactly. So, hooray! 13 is greater than base 10.
What?
Is it
Look
not?
at you go, Yella. You're doing so well.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. I'm just mute.
Is Samson rolling to learn?
He's with Oakley. He's not doing the lesson.
Yeah, but he's still learning things.
I wasn't gonna make him roll for it, because he's just getting a demonstration on something he's being given, so it only makes sense for him to be able to use the item he's being given. Otherwise, that leaves the possibility of him failing and not being able to use the item, and I don't feel like being mean.
Woo!
So now what? What the party doing?
I guess now that Oakley's done that, it's like, well, thank you for the lesson. I think it's about time we hit the trail.
What trail?
Huh? Oh, before we left for recess, I wanted to go see my mom. I hope you guys don't have a problem with that.
How are you gonna get there, Samson? It's a long way.
I mean, I start now, we got a good distance where we could just camp out for the night. Actually, now that you mention it, Samson's going to go into Zanzibar dialing mode.
A posing and looking at the ceiling.
You up?
So while that happens, Nim,
555 Zanzibar.
baby Samson, that is Nim, is gonna get up and then walk to the table, or try to, until she realizes she's tethered herself to Yella, and is pulled back.
Kiela's arm just like lifts slightly, but because I imagine she's slightly stronger than Nim, Nim's just like, what?
Especially stronger than Nim as a acting as a child.
Well, yeah, but stats won't change when she transforms, right?
They don't.
No.
So she is the same strong. So she's
Which is not
stronger
very
than baby Samson was at that age.
Or weaker than baby
Potentially.
Samson was at that age.
Baby Samson was afraid of guns. What makes you think he put anything into strength?
Oh, those fucking
babe.
farm kids are
Because
brawling.
he was a farm... Yeah, he
Baby.
was a farm kid. Pulling heavy loads, moving...
I have actually met weak farm kids. So
Well,
He was,
that
like,
sounds
very
more like an
pubescent.
exception to the norm rather than the norm.
no, because it depends on where on the farm you worked, how strong you'd be.
And he was prepubescent.
That too.
I'd say so is Nim's freak brother. What's your point?
But Nim's freak brother isn't Nim.
Yeah.
Nim is Nim.
And Nim's also pretty much prepubescent. At least in terms
Nim's
of stats.
17.
Yeah, but in terms of stats,
No, in terms of 2 stats.
you spent like the first 40-something sessions asking me how heavy books were. If you'd be able to lift them.
No, I never
No,
said
you
if
gave-
I'd be able to lift them. I just said Nim refuses to lift heavy things. You're getting them twisted.
Okay.
It's
if
not a
you-
matter of can, it's a matter of will.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
but I
still my
feel
point.
like your threshold for something heavy is dependent on how heavy, like what you can lift.
Yeah, that in fact
Yeah, no,
only
okay.
goes to further prove my point. If your character or you for your character are describing 10 pounds or upper, because that was usually the thing that we were talking about. I'm like, it can't be anything more than 10 pounds. It can't be anything more than 15
That's
pounds.
because Nim's a spoiled rich kid who never lifted things over 10 pounds.
Exactly, and you know how you build strength? By lifting things. So if you never lifted them to begin with,
It's actually
you
by
don't
rolling
have...
dice.
Yeah, no, Nim can actually lift up to 150 pounds. Nim just won't.
How did you ever get to... How did you get
No,
to that
because
point?
well, whatever the strength multiplier is,
It's 15
that's her
times your
carrying
strength
capacity.
stat.
No, that's her carrying capacity. At most, Nim can always carry 150 pounds on a person. I don't know what the lift thing is, but Nim can
It's
lift.
double that.
What?
It's double that.
Ah.
If you need to literally just stand in place and lift something heavy, it is double your carrying capacity.
Pog, see? Nim just won't.
Okay, so here's the thing. If you're going to hard line that your character never lifts that amount of weight, then you gotta figure out some kind of reason that she won't or never would.
Because she's a rich kid. She doesn't have to.
She has mage hand for that.
Exactly. And now Mr. Golem.
Yeah, but
And Helen Simpson.
you're not talking about refusing to lift your maximum. You're talking to being resistant to lift a nominal fraction what most people lift on a daily basis.
Yeah, Nim's not most people. Nim has Samson and Yala for that.
I'm talking about your past before Samson and Hala. If your character
Nim
daily and consistently doesn't lift 10 pounds, there is no way you can deadlift double 150.
Kids are weird. That's what we chalk it
No.
up to. Human body's a fantastic
Completely.
thing.
You're not a human!
Nim's body right now is. What's your point?
My point is, you're making a very convoluted and unrealistic standard.
D&D is unrealistic.
Unrealism in my TTRPG?
Alright, but moving on. Nim got yoited back because of the beard.
Yeah, and then Bella untethered you.
It's like when you go to get up, but you still have your headphones on.
Yeah, I hate that. That's
Yeah.
the worst.
Wireless headphones.
Ah, thanks, mate. Wait. Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
She suddenly becomes, oh god, what the fuck was his name?
Australian.
More specifically, the Ranger. I don't remember his name.
The Aussie Ranger.
Yes, from Zanzibar. The son of...
Lawrence?
Yeah, Lawrence.
So
Lorenzi.
Nim's gonna sit beside Samson. Well, baby Samson's gonna sit beside adult Samson. Look adult Samson dead in the eyes and start stroking his beard.
Kayla's gonna like stand behind the couch and like lean forward against it.
That is beyond amusing, and I can only imagine how uncomfortable it makes him.
Why would it make him uncomfortable?
Oh, he's a little squeamish, in the weirdest ways.
Why would
I'm
you
not.
Oh, really? Stare deep into your younger eyes.
not? Your younger bearded self.
Stare deep into the eyes of your younger bearded self. Your more masculine and somehow more prepubescent self. Stare deep and tell me that your skin is not crawling.
Samson's gonna like look at Beardson.
Beardson.
Beard babyson.
Oh.
If looking at your child self makes you contemplate your mortality, you need a drink.
Or not.
And then he starts like feeling his chin with like the ittiest bits of stubble coming in. Is like, Could I grow my beard out?
Nah, you'd look ugly.
Wow, that was brutal.
It was honest.
And then he's gonna look up to Oakley as like, innocent little girl, huh?
Well, clearly you've tainted her. It must all be your fault. I am clearly never wrong.
The only thing I got this girl doing is talking more, and this is what comes out of her mouth.
Well, and she's just gonna lean forward and look at you with this big shit-eating smirk on her face. Well, Samson, I can only assume that this must be some karmic retribution. Someone whose mouth is capable of uttering words that irritate you in the most pleasing of ways to all those you have bothered in the past. And it must be some karmic blessing that I bear witness to this, because it is filling me with so much joy in the most wondrous of ways.
If this is karma in action, then what did you do to get me?
I don't know! And she's just gonna start like, I must have kicked a cat in my past life.
And then Simpson is going to get up and... Oh wait, that's right. He was trying to talk to Zanzibar.
Oh yeah, he completely
She
forgot.
got distracted by Nim almost whacking her head on the table.
That was so fucking funny.
Nim suffers the consequences of very basic actions. Nim immediately does it again.
Zanzibar reaches for the stars. Dial Z for Zanzibar,
And then Samson is pulled to the side because Nim tied a beard bow around his arm too.
Wait, so you tied it around Yala's arm, she untied it, and then you tied it around Samson's arm.
Yeah.
Did you then walk from there?
No.
No, but Kayla just picked her up.
Yeah. Your move, beardless boy.
Your move, bearded.
Does Nim actually say that?
No.
Them.
I just assumed that you would have a response to your arm randomly being pulled by a beard.
What the hell do you do?
I tied my beard around your arm in a bow.
Why?
So it's a beard bow.
Why?
It's a bow weird.
She was bowward.
Imagine both Samsons just turned to yellow.
Once again, distracted from dialing Zanzibar.
Give me a sec, I'm trying to reach the old man.
Give me my beard back first. I need it to tie around things.
Samson's so tempted to just cut it with the Atom Dagger.
No!
That's what I was
don't think
expecting.
Yeah,
The
I
fact
think
that he
he
does
might
it
actually.
You also don't have the Atom Dagger, remember?
That's right!
Rib.
Oh shit!
Alright, then he'll just cut it with a regular dagger.
How could you cut my beard? Look at the and then how much of the beard did you cut? That's very important.
More closer to him than to Nim.
So Nim will take the end of it and shove it in his face. How could you cut my beautiful purple locks? Have you no shame for your younger self?
And then he's gonna get like real close and be like, "'Cause you look ugly with it."
that means you look ugly with it.
I mean, to be fair, you do look like a child with a beard. There's just something unwholesome about that. So he's not exactly wrong. He has his moments.
I actually don't know how to dignify that. What exactly are you talking about with wholesome now?
You can't possibly not know what wholesome means.
I mean, he didn't know.
Oh God! Oh God, that'd be so. Oh God!
No, she's not bringing that up.
Oh,
I
no.
want to, but Yala wouldn't.
Oh no! Oh God, no!
Hold on, where's my coin? Flipping coin.
Oh no.
Oh yes! Oh yes!
Crap.
Look at
I
what
want-
you brought upon us, Jade last name.
Yeah, this is entirely your fault.
Yep, that's me. Fault girl.
It's
Nope.
so.
Nim
It's
won't
still
say anything.
hilarious to me that for being a rogue, Samson gets proficiency in intelligence saving throws.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Nim won't say it either.
Ugh, scoozy.
How could you?
You're right. Why'd I apologize?
He has no shame for his younger self.
But yeah. Anyway.
Anywho.
What happens to the hair on Samson? He didn't untie it first, he just cut it.
Yeah, he's just gonna leave it there.
You know, that's a
Now-
very good.
He also distracted me. I'm trying to reach the old man. Again. And then he's gonna go ring, 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 555 Zanzibar.
Oh God, I can't do the sound. Oh, I'm trying to make the Doppio sound. Oh God, that help. That's dead. No.
No, he's trying to contact Zanzibar. He needs focus.
Yeah.
Curses. What does Samson do / or say?
Hey, Zanzibar, you there? You busy?
Less so now than before. What?
Hey, do you think that you could, teleport us to my mom?
Why?
'Cause it'd be faster than walking.
A walk would
You
be
remember
nice.
you're a wanted criminal, right?
Yes, who
So
doesn't
you
want
want us
this?
to walk around?
You're right. It'd also be easier than walking.
I mean, you're not wrong, but like,
I mean, it's Varises. Only like a select amount of people even know that any of us are wanted for anything.
are you positive about that? Because I don't exactly have a news feed.
Give me a second. Samson's gonna put him on hold. Hey, Oakley, who do you think actually knows anything about what happened at the Capitol?
Well, since the 5 of you are implicated in the whole mess, and since it happened, I hear that Avondale's been put under martial law. And
Yeah, I'm not talking about all that. I meant human Varises.
Oh, well, law enforcement, VOD, bounty hunters, general politicians, mercenaries, pretty sure anybody in the criminal underworld's probably looking for you because, yeah, the bounty's been climbing, like, every day. That's kind of the reason why I started drinking. Oh God. So many zeros. It's disgusting.
None
Yeah.
of the stuff about my ma's on my record, is it?
Well, no.
So, they reasonably shouldn't have a reason to be anywhere near her, right?
I mean, it's not like we have a family history on your mom. But, oh God, that is a good question. What if they go after the old one? What if they go after her? I didn't think of that.
Well, they have no reason to, unless, well, they somehow knew about her. And they shouldn't. Right?
Well, you are a nomad, so there's a very good chance that there isn't any public record of you. Right? Nobody in your family has any public records? You're as nomadic as through
We
and through?
don't know.
Far as me and my mom are concerned, I'm pretty sure my pa, well,
Well,
your guess is as good as mine.
Samson, pretty sure is not exactly good. I mean, you bring up an excellent point. Most of the time when I think of nomads, I'm thinking like when I was your age. A lot of things changed in the last few decades. A lot of nomads are living less nomadic lives, decent jobs, even though the wage is terrible.
Ugh.
Ha, you're old.
Did I actually say that?
Yes.
Samson, I'm gonna tan your hide one of these days. You have destroyed
I-
a poor little girl.
That
I
is
didn't
actually
raise
just
him.
him.
I didn't
Yeah,
raise
this
her.
all has been.
I mean, yeah, I know that. Oakley doesn't.
Yeah, so Sam's gonna be like, I didn't raise her. You gonna blame someone, blame whatever, whatever that girl constitutes as parents.
What?
Blame whoever raised her.
How
Asterisk, not her parents.
dare you blame a girl's parents for any indiscrepancy she has right to her face? I'm sure they are lovely people.
And then he's gonna turn Nim.
What?
Go on.
What?
You see? Dig yourself a digger grave,
you're
why
the
don't
best.
you? Is she gonna stand up and like put her hands on her hips at him?
Listen, I don't got time for this. I'm worried about my own parent.
That is fair. But, like, in all seriousness, if you're not entirely sure whether or not anybody in your family's got a public record, I mean, you can guarantee they're gonna start searching through your public records. They'll find a way to trace.
I mean,
If
I
you
never
were-
had no run-in with the law. I never really worked anything on the books.
Are nomads
Until I-
supposed to register their births or something? Why would he have any public record?
I mean,
Yeah, the
Jeez.
closest thing I have to a record is whether the heck he got me here.
I suppose,
Which-
but that doesn't speak for his mother. And sometimes nomads do come in from out in the waste to seek medical care with birth. Sometimes they'd rather just do it out there, but it's obviously a little more dangerous.
His mother.
I mean, she's with my uncle, so I'm sure that, well, we've kind of just kept it between ourselves.
Well, how trustworthy is your uncle? Oh no, Samson, come on! Please tell me this man is trustworthy and loves you deeply, and your mother as well.
Lol. No.
I'm sure he loves her.
Lol, no.
Is he her brother, or is he your
Yeah.
uncle by your... Okay. Do you think he's gonna... Oh, God. This country's so backwards sometimes. You gotta be absolutely certain he's not gonna stab you in the back. It wouldn't be the first time I heard a family member doing something like that.
I mean, if he doesn't know, then he certainly won't.
If he does know, we're screwed.
I mean,
Or we kill him.
it's...
I mean, what?
He is technically no longer necessary.
Yeah? Kiala pulls out her rapier for no particular reason.
I mean,
It's to cut off Samson's beard.
The only reason I didn't include the general public is because it's not exactly like Reese's has, you know, paper or parchment flying around with news every single day. News doesn't travel very fast. Unless it's the oligarchy.
Oh.
And it all depends. Last I checked, wasn't she in one of the bigger cities?
Yeah.
Yeah, so oligarchical presence, Samson. Oh, good lord, boy. You're in waist too deep over your head. She's just gonna start pacing back and forth, rubbing her temples.
Now, counter argument. This is all the more reason to get her out of there.
And put her where?
Bring her here.
Somewhere where people who want to get me don't get her.
Isn't she on intensive care?
Yeah. I have
Means.
means.
I mean, it depends. What are these means? You can't exactly go running around a woman in intensive care.
Also, just a reminder, Zanzibar is on hold while this conversation is happening.
Yeah, he's got maternity to wait.
Zanzibar probably has just started listening in at this point. After like the first minute or so of just being left on read.
I'd like to imagine that Samson's mind has like a whole hold music.
And it's playing constantly.
It's just Samson's memories of playing the harmonica.
It's toxic.
No, if it was going to be anything, it'd probably be that song that he played with all the people in Hyala in the port town.
Aww. But you know, as you were.
I mean, yes, she is in intensive care, but it's not like I don't have something, well, to take care of that. But even if she does get better, I don't want her somewhere where people could just get to her because they're after me. Especially with all those zeros he kept talking about. I'm sure if it's really gotten that bad, they're not gonna... People are gonna get desperate enough to go after an innocent woman.
Is it that hard to just get a fake identity?
I mean...
Okay,
And he's gonna look over to
Samson.
Yala. No, he's gonna look over to Yala, who does not look like Yala. And he'll be like, well, if the black market and the underwear were after me, yes. And don't really got the time to start forging anything myself.
Oakley's just standing there, putting her thoughts together.
So, I think removing my mom from the situation is probably gonna be best in the long run.
In the long run,
Why don't you just ask her what she's got?
In the long run, maybe.
And strokes Hyala's face.
In the long run, Samson, maybe you're right. And you're probably not going to want to hear this, but it's probably the best advice I can give you right now. I think the worst thing for your mother is for you to be anywhere near her right about now. If anybody catches you floating around her, they're going to know that you actually show up. But what I can do is because you are Vaud's responsibility, I can actually write up a few protective orders. I could send Gil and a couple other people over there to watch her. We could put this whole thing as they're watching her to see if you show up. In actuality, what they'll be doing is playing bodyguard for her, making sure nobody comes and gets her. very underhanded and a lot of people could get in trouble. It wouldn't be the first time we do a stakeout. I know you don't want to hear about you not being able to see your mom, but honestly, I don't want to put that woman in any danger. She is in no condition. At least from the last I heard, which was the last you heard, I assume.
Well, never mind that. I think I have an idea.
Another one?
Now, call me crazy,
Which you are.
but if there is any heat on her, I do know of one way that we can take it off.
Have so.
An ice pack.
Fake or death. It wouldn't be hard. She's a terminally
You're right.
ill woman.
Yeah.
Did both of you say that?
No, not in
Okay.
game.
Woo.
I
Okay.
said that.
How dare you? Samson looks at you specifically.
I slammed my laptop shut.
Samson looks above board at Shane.
He just looks straight up.
Well,
You're lucky your character's cute. And then Alex,
His character's
Now.
a pain in the ass to draw. He deserves a
he
something.
deserves a mother issue due to his layers. God damn it, Shane.
Samson is wonderful to
Yeah.
all artists
No,
forever.
no.
Yes.
I thought you were gonna say something so much more fucked up.
Anywho,
What's
Oh.
Samson's plan, see?
if there isn't a heat on her and anyone's, well, gonna be looking into her, look into where she is, try and get to me. And the only thing to do is get them to look somewhere else.
Oakley's gonna start having a growing look of concern. Like, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, as far as anyone knows, you haven't seen me.
Yes. and
Well,
you
if they
were-
get news that you had, and they start coming here, they're not going to be over there.
You do realize that it's not a single basket, right? Your logic is fine, but like, this is the oligarchy we're talking about. They have more than enough resources and power to send people here and there. And if they knew I saw you here, they're probably gonna jump right down my throat trying to figure out why I, Betsy Lee Oakley, or not Betsy Lee, Betsy Oakley, god damn it, why'd you have to make such a close name?
Her middle name just happens to be Lee.
Oh, that'd be so fucking funny!
That'd be so funny.
That'd be so
I
funny.
was just like,
Why?
wait, what? I did that on accident.
Well, he didn't name them.
But he
You
did.
didn't name
Well, no,
Betsy.
I named them. Samson did not.
That is true.
I thought you were Samson.
No, he is not.
No, I am much easier to draw.
Yeah, no, Eddie is not that tall.
I do need to do that at some point.
Oh right, you're gonna draw the Mahjong people.
Yes! As an anime poster. I have like the whole thing planned out in my mind. Unfortunately, that's not helpful.
But Eddie,
Man,
Anyhow.
Oh, also, just so everyone knows, I have food coming, so if I randomly disappear, it's because it got here.
Okay.
That's fine.
Share?
No! I'm so hungry!
Share with
Okay.
me?
No! I am
Stop
both
making
so
hungry
hungry
person's
and really
food.
can't afford to be getting delivery, but I'm getting delivery anyways.
Man, that's a dumb idea.
Yeah.
What happened to you being rich?
Would you waste the donut? Anyway, so
Anyway, so yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, as she was saying, why Betsy Emerald Eyes Oakley could not take down one simple student.
your first name is Betsy? Why?
She's just gonna look
just
slowly
ask
over
people
to
by the
Nim.
name.
She's just gonna look slowly over to Nim, take one sniff, and just look back at Samson. It's gonna take a lot. It's gonna make a lot of problems really quick. I understand that you're in a rush to throw caution to the wind to do anything to protect your ma, and that's admirable. But if I'm not free of suspicion, or if Vod can't operate in the ways that I can usually get it to operate, then I have less pull than I already kinda don't. I can easily send over a contingent, play their ball game, and make sure that she's as locked down as the greatest vault in any bank in this country. Unfortunately, the bad part of that is making sure that the quote-unquote jewel in their dungeon is as far away from her as possible. Samson, believe me, I know. And she'll come over and put her hands on your shoulders. I know you're a good kid, and I know you want to do right by your mom. But take it from somebody who's had plenty experience with this stuff. Sometimes the best way to protect somebody is to stay as far away from them as possible. Doesn't mean it has to be forever. 'Cause we're gonna figure this out. Or die trying. And I really hope it's not the latter.
So Samson's, I want to say in like in a strange, almost rare sense, is visibly getting frustrated.
Kiella's gonna step over a little bit and like tap him on the shoulder.
And he's still kind of tensed up, but that does get his attention.
She'll blink.
Nim. I'm trying to decide if Nim will do that weird thing where she just rubs her beard against your face because it's soft.
Feel your
Or-
child beating.
Pat you on the shoulder, and I genuinely don't know which I want to do. Nim will pat you on the shoulder.
So he's just looking up at Kiella and mini him.
Looking up at Mini him? Damn,
'Cause he's on the
Samson.
couch.
Oh, but
No,
And
Kiella's
also-
holding him still, right?
Yeah, baby Samson is also being held by
Kiella.
Kiella.
relatively tall
that's
woman.
fair.
I did just like to imagine that Nim is just regularly tucked under Kiella's arm.
You really want Kiella to carry people that way, huh?
Funny.
I feel like every time she's picked someone up, that's been what you've thought it was.
No, I thought she picked up Samson with a fireman's carrier before.
Bridal style.
Still
Bridal
wrong.
style.
It's just when it's Nim, who is incredibly small, and in fact is incredibly small now. It's just funny to just have Nim just get tucked under the arm.
But yeah, Kiella is attempting to communicate through slow blinking.
Which chug.
Nim mentally asks, "Do you want a glass of water?"
No thanks, I'm good.
He's just gonna shake his head as he's like looking at them. Clearly tense.
Is Samson ticklish?
Kiela's gonna hold out her other arm. I can carry 2 Samsons.
Ah, my safety carry. And Kiala just has both of them under her arms. I feel so much better. Bye, Oakley. Walk out the fucking door.
I want to go see her. I need to.
Kiela keeps trying to give him the look of communication.
Yella can't communicate with her words very well. What does she think her eyes are gonna do?
She's gonna very, very slightly, like as slightly as possible, she's gonna bob her head.
Bob. Get him, Bob.
There has to be something we can do.
As in?
I don't know.
And Oakley's
Kiela's gonna look at Oakley and be like, "Do you think we could have a minute?"
She'll look at Cal and she'll look back at Samson. It's like, yeah, I just want to say something. No, Samson, look at me. And she's gonna get down on one knee. Look at my Samson.
He'll turn to her, still in the same like fully frustrated as he has been for this whole talk.
And she's just gonna take both his hands gently and look him dead in the eyes and say, "Hon, sometimes it's okay to not know." She's just gonna rub the top.
I
of his
didn't hear
head.
that. What was that?
No, she said, "Hon, sometimes it's okay to not know."
What were the last 2 words of that sentence in non-whispery version?
To not know. Sometimes it is okay to not know.
Okay.
And she's just gonna gently rub her thumbs over the tops of his hands, and then she's gonna slowly get up and walk over to the kitchen, or to the bathroom, and she'll just close the door and go Spuzz family for time. Give him a second.
Yeah. Kiela sets small Samson down and comes up over here.
Oh.
I just imagine just yeets Saul Samson over the shoulder.
No! Sets him down on the couch.
I know, but
my-
I want to laugh too.
Fine. She uses the beard to whip him around a few times. And then she turns baby Samson into a Beyblade by whacking the beard.
Let it rip.
Oh,
Let
God,
it rip.
she uses the beard as a ripcord.
Just wraps it around him and just pulls like a top.
Samson drills through the floor with his heels.
Peace out.
Nim is now free to rain terror on Vaughn.
Whee!
As a child with a purple beard.
I'm Samson!
Oh, there she goes.
Oh god, no!
No, you get back in here. Lock the door.
Throw away the key.
Damn.
Can't believe you do this.
Yeah.
Alright, so what the hell, dude?
Yeah, she's just gonna grab his hands and pull him up from his seated position. And she's just gonna, like... she's gonna look him in the eyes and be like, forget what she said. There's very little more important in this world than a family seeing each other. We'll get you there. We'll find a way to make it safe, and you can see her. I'm sure Zanzibar has something in his endless bag of tricks to do it. We could disguise as traveling doctors interested in a strange case. But we'll get you to see her. And now I have to go get food.
Go get food.
The Kella goes off to hunt.
Speaking of going off, something just fell. I have to go check on it.
Okay.
And then there was 2.
Yes.
So what's Samson feeling?
Huh?
What's Samson feeling?
That will become apparent once everyone has returned.
Ah, understandable. Oh boy! Can't wait for art of bearded child Samson.
That's gonna be so weird.
I can't stop thinking about that Dr. Do versus the bear baby picture. That's all I can see. You remember that, right?
Huh?
You remember the Dr. Do versus bear baby picture from the days of TeamSpeak?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that picture with the
Oh,
bearded
right.
Boy Scout kid.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I always think of Dr. Do fondly.
Back with food.
Welcome back with food. Shay is also coming back. I don't know where she goes. I think she said
She
somebody.
said something fell.
Oh, I thought she said someone fell.
Ah, that'd be a lot more dire.
What would be dire?
If
Dying.
something fell.
Versus someone falling. Alright.
Okay, alright. Momentary.
Alright, so then, as Yala, like, lifted Samson up, and, like, said her piece, Samson is just going to absolutely melt from that. And he's gonna take his hands off of Yala's hands and just give her, like, a big ol' hug. Thank you, hi, Yala.
She'll pat his head.
Look at you two dorks.
Were you still in contact with Zanzibar?
Alright! Alright, and Samson's gonna go back to the Zanzibar call, but he still has Yell on a hug.